How do I feel about Forky, Musty, and Leth? Wow, what a random question that is. How do I feel about them in what way? What is the connection here? They're YouTubers? Does Forky have a YouTube? They're teaming for RLCS? I mean, NA Rocket League scene's pretty bad, but I don't know if it's that bad. Let's be real. Oh yeah, Word Up is here. Word Up. You ready for your replay? EU bias. Yeah, EU bias. Nah. I mean, what did you say? What do I think of Forky, Leth, Musty? I mean, what do you mean? What do I think of their chances? Is that what you mean? You want me to know like how far do I think they'll go? I mean, if they could, I guess they could make it in. 'Cause Lethimer's still pretty good. Forky's pretty nutty. I'm just trying to think if anybody's been proper carried into RLCS recently. Like, if I can think of one person who's got carried into RLCS. I just don't think I don't think anybody's been carried into RLCS recently. I don't think it's possible. Nah, they're probably, I mean, highly unlikely to make it, but good luck to them. Maybe they can, Justin. Squishy. Rizzo, of course. Musty's 2K MMR, though. There's thousands of people who are 2K MMR. 2K MMR means nothing in context of the pro scene. Like, 2K MMR it's not even good, like, for Rocket League pros. Like, if a Rocket League pro is 2K MMR, what on earth do they even play the game? Have they even played Rocket League recently? What is going on? Why are they 2K? Isn't that, like, the season gone on so long? 2K's trash. Well, 2v2 and 3v3, 2K's not even any good. Like, what's the bottom of the scoreboard? 2.2.
Enjoy the content, schnoz.
2.2. Like, that's so far above 2K. I don't know how many people are between 2.2 and 2K. It's probably a lot. I don't think he likes Musty TBH. You guys are setting me up here. You're setting me up. You're asking me all these questions just because you know that I'm going to give a toxic answer so you can start a conspiracy. I mean, what am I supposed to say? Oh yeah, I think these random like content creators are going to make RLCS. Of course I'm not going to say that. That's a terrible prediction. They could make it in. I'm still not going to like predict it to happen. True, it's a setup. It is a setup. I didn't start any of these topics. $1.1K, can I go pro? Every time I hear some of these ridiculous, like, can I go pro questions, I just remember this guy that I saw back when I was following League of Legends professional scene ages ago, years ago. This guy like made a Reddit post about how he was dropping out of school to try and go pro in League of Legends, and he was platinum. He wasn't even in diamond. He wasn't even in Grandmaster, whatever it is, Challenger, whatever they call it. He was actually plat, and he made this post saying, hey, League of Legends community, how do I persuade my parents that this is a good idea? And they were all collectively like, you're crazy, go back to school. How do you possibly think you're going to go pro when you're in plat? Madness. But now, if I had to guess, what's it called? What's their team called? Leth, Forky, and Musty. What are they calling themselves? I imagine they're doing it for the content, which might be something that makes them... I mean, I don't really know what are they expecting. If they go in there with nothing to lose, just let's go in and make some cool content, they might actually play well. But if they go in with any kind of expectation of success, they're going to crash and burn so hard. Like, the second they start to take themselves seriously, they're going to be 0-3 or 0-2 or whatever it is in those brackets. Out of it immediately. Musty and the boys. The Musty Tears. 3 Musty Tears. You guys are joking, right? They did not call themselves the 3 Musty Tears. No, they did. I don't know what to believe. Hey, what do I know? I don't make viral YouTube videos, so what do I know about naming a team? No, I don't. Leth doesn't care for the name either. Oh, as in he doesn't like it? Did Musty just make the name and then Leth is like, bro. You think it's honestly so bad it's good? In this case, I would disagree. I think it's just so bad. That's a terrible name. They should try to name themselves something that would wind up actual pro players. They should have tried to name themselves a team name that would maybe get inside the heads of their opponents, because they're going to need every advantage they can get. They should have tried to... How could they get underneath the skin of their opponents? What could they have named themselves? There has to be an angle here. Clout9. See, that's pretty good. I like Clout9. That's fantastic. Clown9, another good one. Yeah, just like memeing on another team is brilliant. They should have done that for sure. We don't rely on tournament winnings FC. See, now we're talking. This is the YouTube, like the YouTube flex coming out. Yeah, that would have been so funny. We don't rely on tournament winnings FC. We don't need an org. Oh man, yeah, that could definitely annoy some teams for sure. Low NRG, exactly. They should have named themselves something like only uploading the good bits. Only uploading the wins. Or not uploading losses, I guess that's less words. NUL. Null would be their acronym. For the content, yeah, something like that. That would have been a good name. The 3 musty tiers, are we serious? We're naming flicks after ourselves, we're naming teams after ourselves. What is it with Musty and naming things after himself? What else does he name? He's at dinner with his family. Hey mum, could you pass the musty salt please? Could you pass some musty vegetables? And they're like, what do you mean the musty vegetables? He's like, I washed them. I chopped them. Now give them to me, mum. Musty is rich? Yeah, I certainly hope so. Like, what YouTube views is he getting these days? What YouTube views do these boys get? What's Musty's YouTube name? What's his YouTube channel called? So if you search it on Social Blade, you'll be able to... Actually, the Social Blade monthly earnings is extremely inaccurate. Extremely inaccurate. Wait, let's see what they... What does it say? Okay. So this is Musty's channel. I mean, this is such a huge range. It's like, what does this even mean? You know, monthly earnings between 1.5k and 25k. It's like, oh yeah, how far away is the moon? Just anything between, you know, a meter and 1 billion miles. It's somewhere in that range. Like, this range is so large, is not even worth looking at. Yeah, the variance is so high. But okay, hey, 9.5 million views in a month. That's insane, though. That is absolutely insane. What is this banner? Top 100 Rocket League player, Musty Flick creator. Oh my days. But yeah, 9.5. If you want to figure out rough, like, YouTube, what do you call it? YouTube earnings. A reasonable guess, I mean, if he's got decent CPMs, is to divide whatever the views are by 500. That'll roughly tell you in dollars what he's making in a month. So if you take 9.5 million divided by 500, 19 grand. It's pretty good. So you say Musty's rich, I'm thinking, I certainly hope so. If he's not rich when the numbers are this high, then he's doing something wrong. In a month, yeah, I'm talking a month. I mean, what's his channel got? 97 million. So you just got to add another 0. Change that 5 to a 7. 194,000. When did he start uploading? This year. Did he start uploading this year? Musty is rich because of his parents, not YouTube. Oh, I don't know anything about his family. I don't know anything about that. He spent all his money trademarking various things. When did he start uploading? That's sick. Nearly 200k. That's mad. Mental. What about Sunless though? Because doesn't Sunless get more? I don't know who gets more views. Let's see. So everybody on YouTube's always about having a sub war. They're all having subscriber like races and stuff. But you don't get paid for subs, you get paid for views. And yeah, look at this, Sunless. 12 million, are you joking? That's not even the peak. He had 13.4 million. Sunless Khan, more like Sunless King. Look at these numbers. 13.4. This guy needs to leave some views for everybody else. $27 grand in a month. Holy cow. It's pretty good. Pretty good for running about your back garden in a cardboard box with rockets in the back, huh? The COVID the COVID bump. Yeah, I guess. Nah, that's awesome. It's super cool to see. I love that Rocket League YouTube is still growing. Because I remember when well, actually, I was going to say when F2 stopped making videos, but not all of F2 did. I think John Sandman's been making videos the entire time. But when Woofles and Neat Mike stopped making videos, everybody was like, oh no, Rocket League's dead. They were the only thing keeping Rocket League alive. And that's just like so far from the truth. I really like those guys. They're really cool. But obviously, there's a lot more to Rocket League and to Rocket League content than like 2 YouTube channels. Even now, I still see comments and like people talking about this to this day, where people are saying stuff like, "Oh, the only thing keeping Rocket League alive is the content creators." Do you guys see this as well? People actually say this. They type like, "Oh, this is a dead game. Only people keeping it alive are the content creators." I've definitely seen this. But it's nonsense. Like Rocket League is so much bigger than all these like massive YouTube channels. Rocket League is so big. It is a huge game. It eclipses every content creator combined 7-fold. I don't know what people are talking about. They think these content creators are the ones keeping the game alive. It's the game that's keeping them alive. The game's keeping these content creators alive, not the other way around. Like there's a good ecosystem here. You know, Rocket League content creators gain a lot from the game. Rocket League gains a lot from its creators. But let's not pretend here. Let's not pretend that the content creators are the ones putting in more work and pulling more weight, because they're not. Rocket League, the game, is far bigger than all the content creators are. Wait, Word Up, are you still here before I get this replay started? Sorry, that took a bit of time because we were procrastinating.